Hey everybody, welcome to Liquid Earth Studios. Today I'm going to show you guys how to pull some handles. I've got a whole bunch of mugs and travel tumblers over here and also some little baby travel mugs, little sippy cups. So that's what I'm working on today with some white clay. So I've got my clay right here and I've got some water that I was using to throw with yesterday, so it's a little bit slippy. And I'm going to pat this into a carrot shape or a triangle shape so I can hold on to it. You're gonna put your bowl right underneath your workspace, and then I've got a nice wide workspace here, a giant bat to lay my work on when I'm done so that these handles can set up. So I've got my little carrot shape, and some people dip the whole piece of clay in, and then some people just dip their hand. I was taught to dip my hand, so that's what I do. So you just dip your hand, keep it really nice and wet. The water is the lubricant that helps your hand just slide so that you can shape the handle uniquely to your hand. So pulled handles are special in that way. They're like snowflakes. No two are alike. So once you get good at this, it goes really fast. Some people also extrude their handles. If you're making 100 handles, definitely extrude it. But there's something nice about uniqueness. So you can see here, I can make this wider by running my hands this way. And then if I want to round it out, you're going to run your hands on the side. And then you'll see that there's this nice little groove forming from my thumb. That's a nice spot for whoever buys your mug or your pitcher to rest their thumb. So I'm gonna put it down here. I can trim that or just use it the way it is. I've got some really large mugs because the people at my market were saying they want bigger. So we gotta do what the people want. So now I'm gonna work on the next couple handles. And I've been liking my handles to be really wide lately for my big mugs and my big pitchers, because the human population is getting larger and I think too much. So I'm always like, people's hands are getting bigger. So I'm gonna keep this one too for one of my larger mugs. And then you can also stretch them a little bit more once they get on your mug or your pitcher or your batter bowl, your berry bowl. You want your handles to be proportionate to whatever you're putting them on. And I make a whole bunch, and I always make extra so that I can pick the handle that goes with the mug, the best shape. I've also got some baby tumblers over there, so I'm gonna make some little baby handles. Those handles are gonna have to be a little bit daintier for baby hands. I'm making these because I made my daughter's father and myself travel mugs, and my little girl said, "Where's mine?" So a lot of the things I make in my studio, I make because I need them in my house. And I was always taught one at a time is a waste of time. So I always make extra. It's just as easy to make several as it is to make one after you've set up. So pulling these handles. I'm gonna make it a little thinner for these little baby hands. It's fun to experiment with the way that running your fingers and your hands affects the clay. So right now, got another little piece of clay over here. I'm gonna pat on my bat into an elongated carrot shape, dip my hand, and start again. Whenever I teach younger students how to pull handles, you can imagine the response. And even some adults, old ladies, really love this demo. Go figure. If you start pulling the bottom off, like when you're pulling, you pinch that bottom off, like that. It means that you're pulling too hard. Just like when you're throwing your rims on a pottery wheel, you let up as you get to the edge. You let up on pressure. You do the same thing when you're pulling handles. And I always kind of curve this thumb a little bit. And that's how I get that nice ridge for somebody's thumb to sit. Not sure if you can see that. And then I lay it across. This one's a big boy. I probably have to cut that end off. I don't want my handle to be that thick and bulky, but that's okay. Would rather cut some off than not have enough. And again, pulling handles is probably going to be your fastest way to make handles. Some people will roll coils. Some people will cut them out of slabs. You can also use an extruder if you happen to have one available to use. That's the fastest way if you're doing a lot. And you can even make your own dies to make that more unique and custom. And again, you just keep your hand really, really wet for this project. Finishing up here. Whoop. Clay's really forgiving, so if you make a mistake, most of the time you can fix it on the next pool. So we're gonna be done with that one. We're gonna lay that one that way. And we're gonna pull this last little bit out, and you're just pulling a little bit at a time with your hand shaped like this. Pull, 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 hand shape like that, hand shape like that. And however you shape your hand is what your handle is going to look like. So if you don't like the way your handle's turning out, just change the shape of your hand. It's a pretty simple science once you get it down. And like anything with pottery, it just takes some time. And this is a great clay that I discovered by mistake from Standard. And if I had the box up here, I'd tell you what it was. I'll definitely make sure I put that in the link. All right, so that's done right there. That's how you pull handles. If you guys have any questions, you're welcome to hit me up or come see me at the College of the Albemarle or come sign up for some classes at my personal studio. I'd be happy to hang out with you and tell you what I know. Have a great day.